In the year 2257 AD, humans have settled on a planet similar to Earth called New World. A young man named Todd is walking with his dog, Manchi. He seems to talk to the dog through his thoughts, which appear around his head like colorful smoke. Manchi barks and reacts to the images and sounds that come from Todd's thoughts. As Todd walks back toward the settlement where he lives, he is approached by a man on a horse. It's the preacher. Todd tries hard to control his thoughts and stop them from appearing outside his head. He calls this strange phenomenon the noise. Controlling his noise hurts, and birds begin to appear around his head as part of it. But he loses control and starts to wonder why the preacher is even there, since nobody goes to church anymore. The preacher hears Todd's noise and walks back to confront him. He tells Todd not to hide his noise because he already knows the truth, that Todd is an orphan and weak like a woman. Todd has never seen a woman before, since all the women on New World are gone. The preacher walks up to him, floating Bible verses in the air, and then leaves, walking away while Todd and Manchi stay behind. That same day, Todd returns to his homestead. His two stepfathers are working in the field and greet him when he gets back. Later, they have dinner together and talk about how Todd's day went. Todd tries not to mention that he talked to the mayor, but his noise gives him away. It shows Mayor Prentice praising him for the clever way he used his noise earlier that day. His stepfathers are not happy about it. In fact, they think the mayor is not someone who should be involved in Todd's life. In a flashback, a younger Todd is shown talking to the mayor. The mayor gives him a knife and tells him that he has to learn how to tame and control things in order to protect the ones who are still alive. Todd quickly realizes that when the mayor says tame, he actually means kill. It's then revealed that the flashback is actually just a noise projection. The mayor explains that, unlike Todd, he wasn't born with the noise. He had to learn to control it over many years of practice. Todd's noise can even be heard in his stepfather's bedroom. One of them is very upset about how much influence the mayor seems to have over their son. Meanwhile, a shuttle is flying down toward the planet from a larger ship in orbit. The crew on board has no contact with the planet's surface and no idea what's happening down there. They talk about the people who first came to the planet, the original settlers who were part of the first wave of colonizers. As the shuttle enters the atmosphere, strange things begin to happen. Suddenly, all the thoughts of the men on board start appearing around them, revealing their fear and confusion. They are not used to this, unlike the men already living on the planet. Because of the chaos, the shuttle's descent becomes unstable and turns into an uncontrolled fall. The shuttle crashes. Back at Todd's homestead, he and one of his stepfathers are working in the field. Todd goes to the barn to get something when he sees someone running away from it. Thinking it's a thief, he starts chasing the person. The chase leads Todd to the site where the shuttle crashed. He realizes what it is and wonders if the person is a survivor. He also notices there are graves around the crash site. Todd runs back toward the settlement to tell the mayor what he found. But since he can't control his noise very well while moving, all his thoughts project loudly as he walks. Everyone who hears his noise becomes curious and starts following him to the mayor's house. Todd tells Mayor Prentice what he discovered and leads him and a group of men to the crash site. When they arrive, he tells them about the person he saw and how they didn't have any noise. The mayor, understanding what this means, orders his men to find her. Todd is shocked by this and thinks to himself, it's a girl, a space girl. He's amazed, standing among the wreckage, when he sees her approaching him. He's fascinated. This is the first time he has ever seen a girl. She, on the other hand, looks confused by his noise. Todd loses control again and shouts to everyone that he found her. The girl runs, and a chase through the forest begins. The mayor uses his own powerful noise to trap the girl, creating a circular fence around her with thoughts. She doesn't realize the fence isn't real. Back at the settlement, the girl, now captured, talks with Mayor Prentice. She learns that only men have a noise. The mayor also tells her what happened to all the women in their colony. The native species called the spackle had killed them all during a war with the humans long ago. In the conversation, the girl reveals that there's a ship coming to get her. The mayor asks where it will land, but she avoids answering. Unlike the other men, the mayor cannot control her. He leaves her alone with his foolish son, who immediately starts going through her bag. He finds a strange tool, which turns out to be a weapon. He accidentally activates it and nearly kills both of them. The girl uses the confusion to escape again, crawling under the preacher's house. Before she runs away for good, she overhears the mayor and the preacher talking. They are planning to attack her ship when it lands. The mayor wants to take over the ship. The preacher believes she's an angel sent from God. Todd returns home and finds the girl hiding in the barn. He sees how frightened she is and decides to help her. He promises to keep her safe and hide her. Todd even tries to keep it a secret from his stepfathers, but they quickly figure it out, even without needing to read his noise. They decide to help Todd protect her and tell him how he can keep her away from the mayor. One of his stepfathers then reveals that there's another settlement on the planet. He says Todd needs to take the girl there for her safety, before Todd and the girl can leave for the other settlement, called Far Branch. Mayor Prentice shows up at the homestead, searching for her. Todd and the girl manage to escape, but during the confrontation, the mayor's son kills one of Todd's stepfathers. The mayor manipulates Ben, convincing him to help catch Todd as a way to save him. The girl, whose name is revealed to be Viola, and Todd begin their journey to Far Branch, not knowing what they'll find there. As they travel, the two of them start to connect and learn more about each other. Viola tells Todd that she has never seen Earth or felt rain on her skin. She was born on the colonizing ship. Her parents were born there too, and they died there as well. Todd shares that he also lost his mother when he was a baby. They are both orphans. Todd quickly becomes infatuated with Viola and starts projecting his feelings and fantasies through his noise. Naturally, Viola finds this very uncomfortable and dislikes it. On the way to Far Branch, they come across one of the native spackle. Todd attacks the creature and wants to kill it, believing it to be one of those who killed his mother. Viola begs him not to kill it, and they soon realize that the creature is just as afraid of them as they are of it. When Todd and Viola finally reach the settlement, they are met with anger and hostility. Once the people learn that Todd is from Prentisstown, they try to hang him. Fortunately, the mayor of Far Branch steps in and stops them. Todd quickly learns that everything he was told about New World is a lie. The most shocking truth is that not all of the women are dead. In fact, he discovers that in Prentisstown, it was the men who killed all the women, not the spackle. The men hated that women could hear their thoughts while they couldn't hear the women's. That was also how Todd's mother died. Unlike Prentisstown, Far Branch is home to both men and women, with young children of all genders running around freely. The settlement is led by a woman who is the mayor. She offers shelter to Todd and Viola and protect them from both her own people and the men from Prentisstown. Viola feels disappointed when she finds out that Far Branch has no modern technology and there's no way to contact her ship from there. However, the mayor of Far Branch tells her there is another place where she might find a transmitter to send her message. While staying in Far Branch, Todd and Viola grow even closer. Viola reads him pages from his mother's journal. When Todd hears how his mother described life in Prentisstown before the women were killed, his hatred for Mayor Prentice grows stronger. The spackle are no longer mentioned. Meanwhile, Mayor Prentice and his men are getting closer to Far Branch. He and the preacher disagree about what to do with the girl. The preacher wants to kill her in the name of his god, but Prentice wants to use her to get the information he needs to take over the ship. When they arrive at the settlement and corner Todd and Viola, Todd's stepfather Ben helps them escape. He creates a fake image of Viola using his noise, fooling the mayor just long enough for Todd and Viola to run away. But this time, Prentice and his men are much closer behind them. As they chase the pair, the preacher catches up first. He doesn't manage to kill Viola or Todd, but he grabs Manchi, Todd's dog, and kills him brutally as a warning. Todd and Viola discover the wreckage of the ship that brought the first wave of colonists to New World. Viola realizes the ship has a transmitter, but they find out that the antenna is broken. They decide to split up. Todd goes to fix the antenna, while Viola stays and waits for it to power up. Meanwhile, Prentice and the preacher are getting closer. The preacher finds Viola and attacks her. During the fight, his noise reveals how he has gone mad, driven by religious fanaticism, hatred of women, and frustration. Viola fights back and kills him in self-defense using one of her advanced tools. Todd faces off against Mayor Prentice. He tries to kill him with the same knife the mayor had given him as a boy. After a long and brutal fight, in which Todd is badly wounded, he finally overpowers the mayor using the power of his own noise. Todd uses Prentice's own technique against him, creating a circle of women from the noise, the women that Prentice had murdered in Prentisstown, including Todd's mother. The vision confuses and overwhelms the mayor, and in that moment, Viola pushes him off the side of the shipwreck. Just before Todd passes out from his injuries, he sees something in the sky. Viola's ship has arrived. The men from Prentisstown see it too and turn back, choosing not to chase after them. Todd wakes up inside the ship, weak and confused. Viola is there, waiting for him to wake up. His noise reveals how happy he is that she's still there with him. He finds out that she is actually part of the second wave of settlers, and that she will stay on the planet with him. Is she going to kiss me? He wonders.